Hi guys, welcome back to Movie Chat and More, Part 2. This is a video solely intended for you guys to ask me questions as a celebrity of your choice. Now, I'm, I'm, I'm not gonna bluff you guys and say I can answer every question in the voice of your chosen celebrity. I can't even say. I mean, obviously, I can't say that my answer to your questions would be what the celebrity would say. I can't do that. Um, but this is my interpretation. Um, just my interpretation of what a celebrity would answer to your questions. So basically it's a celebrity Q&A. I see someone joined the chat just a second ago, and YouTube is telling me no one is here. Well, I'm just gonna type hi in the chat. The chat, as far as I know, is up and running. So yeah, ask me anything. Well, almost anything you want as a celebrity. I'm the celebrity, and yeah, I'll do my best to make it funny. I'll do my best to make it entertaining. I'll do my best to make it over the top. Maybe not always over the top, but I'll do my best. So ask me anything you want. Almost anything you want as a celebrity. Tell me who you want me to be. Or tell me what celebrity you want me to be, and I will answer your question as best I can as that celebrity. That's what this is all about. I see. Well, we did have one person watching. The person is now gone. This is worth sticking around for, because I got a funny feeling. This could go down well. This could be a great video from Movie Chat and More Part 2. This very well could be pretty funny. I think it will be pretty funny. I see we have one thumb up. Thank you very much, whoever that was. Thank you. We got one thumbs up. I mean, excuse me. I guess the way I could begin this video, especially for you guys who are watching after the fact, kind of like, I mean, this is not going to be verbatim. It's not going to be word for word. But I could try this and maybe let you guys in on what I'm talking about here. So if you were to ask me, let's go with one I know. Let's go with one I've done before on my old channel, Movie Chat More. This Movie Chat More Part 2. Rocky Balboa. Yeah. So if you were to ask me, who was my toughest opponent as Rocky Balboa, not Sylvester Stallone, Rocky Balboa. So it would be something like this. uh, hey, you gotta be a pal, you know? You gotta be a pal creed. You gotta be a pal. But, a couple years later, a few years later, I contact this guy from Soviet Union, I mean, this guy just, yeah, he broke things inside me that never been fixed. He broke things inside me that never been fixed. And I can't do that no more. So I would have to say, my toughest opponent, my toughest opponent would be like a guy called Ivan Drago. So that's where we're coming from. Josh, welcome, Josh. Welcome to that, my friend. Or I'm not mod anymore. Hello. Josh follows up with, it's a new channel. Forgot. Yeah, it's a new channel, Josh. It's Movie Chat More Part 2. I lost access to Movie Chat and More because I had a new mobile phone number. And as you probably know, Google want to know your mobile number. So when I got a new mobile number, Movie Chat and More was dead. But I'm back. And because of you and so many other fantastic subscribers, I'm back. So thank you. I do remember you, Josh. Josh, you remember me? Josh says, you remember me? LOL. Indeed, I do, Josh. You're a fantastic guy. And a great subscriber, a great supporter of Movie Chat and More. But now a Movie Chat More Part 2. And thank you very much for being here. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be Ask Me Anything as a Celebrity. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, if you want to do that, Josh or anybody else watching, I see we've gone up to two people watching, one person watching. I'll do my best. Josh says, that sounds cool. Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you. Oh, and there's one other. Wait. It is. Josh says, first of all, I saw the Batman, by the way, and too shockingly, I loved it. So Josh says, Josh, you saw the Batman, yeah? I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully I will, but I'm not going to watch it at the cinema. I'm not going to watch it in the movie theater. I probably won't even watch Halloween Ends at the cinema. So, but yeah, I'm going to watch the Batman, but I haven't got high hopes. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, though, Josh. Josh says you'll hate Vit, though. Vit, you'll hate it. Oh, okay. You'll hate it, though. Well, I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. I really don't think I'm gonna enjoy it, but I'm not sure I'm gonna hate it either. If that makes any sense. It's kind of like Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends, I don't think I'm going to hate, but I don't think I'm going to like it either. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Josh. That's what counts. You went to see the Batman. My Batman would always be Michael Keaton. You enjoyed it. That's what counts. That's what counts, man. Josh just said, uh, just based on past conversations we've had on movies, I think it won't be up your alley. But you're like Patterson more than I promise. That's a big promise, but you know what? You know what, Josh? I think I will. I think I'm going to enjoy Patterson as Bruce Wayne and Batman than I ever did Christian Bale. I'm not a Christian Bale Batman fan. Never have been, never will be. Hey, the Slaughtered Lamb movie podcast is in the chat. Thank you very much. Can I ask you what your favorite movie quote is? But I'd like you to do it in the style of Dave McRae. Oh, that's a great one. That's a great one. That's Josh. Josh says, "I just think the movie will be too long for you." Well, I saw Titanic 4 times at the cinema, so we'll see. But I know where you come from, Josh. So, Salt Land Movie Podcast. Darren, is that you? I think it's Darren. Can I ask you what your favorite movie quote is? But I'd like you to do it in the style of Dave McRae. There's too many movie quotes just to say one. But the first one that comes to mind, and I will do my best to do it in McRae style. I'll do my best. Christ, what the hell am I gonna do? What the fuck am I gonna do? In McRae style. Okay. Okay, I got one. I got a great quote, and I'm gonna do it in Dave McRae style. Yeah. Give me a second. I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. A conscience, a reason, no understanding. No rudimentary sense of good or evil, right, wrong. I met this 6-year-old child. With this blank, pale, motionless face and blackest eyes. And devil's eyes, you son of a bitch. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, number 7, trying to keep him locked up. Because I realized what was the line, but Paul, that boy's have beauty and simply evil, you know, so the best. Was that okay? Gotta take these glasses back, man. They hurt my eyes. They hurt my head. Josh says, I just think the movie will be too. I got that one. Yep. Josh says, Bale is the worst. Patterson is my second fave after Keaton. My favorite will always be Michael Keaton. I thought I'd hate him. Sometimes it's nice being wrong. Yes, it is. I agree with that. It is nice to be wrong sometimes. Hey, maybe Patterson will be the best ever. Who knows? Josh says, can I ask you a question as Charlie Sheen? Of course you can. Of course you can. The Slaughtered Lamb, a movie podcast. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can I ask you a question? Darren? Got a funny feeling that's not Frank. I got a funny feeling that's Darren from the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast. One hell of a channel. If you haven't checked out the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast, please do. Yeah, the question I had is, what do you think about Halloween Ends? I mean, I think it's going to be a disaster. It's either going to be a disaster or the best Halloween movie since 1988. So, what do you think, Darren? And again, guys, if you have not checked out the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast, please do. It's a great channel. Josh, I see your question. Give me a second. Okay. I think we're good to go. Josh says, Mr. Sheen, would you rather slap? Oh my God. I wonder where this is going. Mr. Sheen, would you rather slap Chris Rock or Ricky Gervais? I'm going to answer that. Give me a second. I'm just waiting. If somebody comes downstairs and in the middle of answering that question, it's going to be quite embarrassing. But I'm still here. Okay. I think we're okay now. Darren from the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast. Let me know if you're still watching. I really appreciate that. Okay, Mr. Sheen, says Josh. Would you rather slap Chris Rock or Ricky Gervais? Mr. Sheen. Well, neither. It's it's not in my brain. My brain is highly evolved. My brain is highly evolved above the trolls. The trolls, and what I saw is no, I would not want to be right now, Mr. Will Smith, and I certainly would not want to be would not want to slap Ricky Gervais in the face. Does that Bram? I think of Rams. I think of Rams. I think of Rams. I think they're Rams. Ricky Gervais. Slap in the face. Ricky Gervais. No, no. So my answer to that is neither. It is neither. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Josh says, I'm sure there's a few people who would love to slap Ricky. LOL. Probably quite a few, I agree. Josh follows up with, I love him. I love him, though. Yeah, I do. Ricky Gervais is fantastic, man. Ricky Gervais is out of this world. I just sometimes think he has no appreciation whatsoever to the industry that made him the multimillionaire that he now is. But Ricky Gervais, yeah, he's a comic genius. But I do think sometimes he's very, very disrespectful of the industry that made him the millionaire, the multi-millionaire that he is. I think we lost a Sort of Land Movie podcast. I think Darren or Frank. I think it's probably Darren. I think we lost Darren. I'm still here, Darren. We're still here. Josh says, did you hear Will Smith is banned from the Oscars for 10 years? Yes, I did. I did hear that, yep. I don't agree with what he did, says Josh. No matter how bad a joke is, there's no need to resort to that. But 10 years seems a bit much. It was a slap. It's not as if he beat him with a cricket bat. Totally agree. No cricket bat involved. No baseball bat involved. See, I did a video, as I think you've seen it. I'm not sure. A standalone, pre-recorded video about that. And that was like 2 days, maybe even 1 day after that happened. And I was like, yeah, I would like to think, and I stand by that. I would like to think I would have handled the situation differently. Oh my goodness. The more and more I think about what Will Smith did, I am on the side of taking the Oscar away from him. Do not ban him for 10 years, ban him for life, because as you may or may not know, he's resigned from the Academy. So he was actually part of the Academy, which makes it even worse. He's resigned from the Academy and banned for 10 years, like you say. Will Smith, it's just a bad taste in my mouth, you know? I think the guy's fantastic. I think he's a great actor. I think he's a very funny man. I'm not sure if I said it on my old channel, maybe Chat More Part 2, right now. I always said Will Smith is the last Hollywood superstar. Because back in my day, back in the late 80s, early 90s, we still had. Have you seen the new Michael Douglas movie? Have you seen the new Sylvester Stallone movie? Have you seen the new Bruce Willis movie? Have you seen the new uh you know, and when it came to Will Smith, that's the last one. In my humble opinion, that's the last one. Will Smith was the last Hollywood superstar. It doesn't matter what movie Will Smith was in, you would not hear, "Hey, have you seen The Legend of Bagger Vance? Hey, have you seen I, Robot?" No. You would hear, "Have you seen the latest Will Smith movie?" And now, because of that stupid fucking thing he did, it's gone. It's gone. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. The last Hollywood star. And look what happened. Look what he did. That's how I feel about it anyway. Josh says that, yeah, what he did was uncalled for, but celebrities have gotten away with a lot worse. Yes, they have. It depends on what kind of stage you're talking about, Josh. We're talking about the Oscars, man. But there needs to be consequences, and it looks like there's going to be. Yeah, I would take the Oscar away from him. I would ban him for life. Josh says, I agree. Will has had a great career. The last Hollywood superstar, in my opinion. It's my humble opinion. You would hear people talking on the bus about, not have you seen iRobot? No. Have you seen the latest Will Smith movie? And he's the last actor I can ever remember being spoken about that way. And it's such a shame that he did what he did. So who's next? Who is the last Hollywood superstar? Who is an actor that you're going to go and watch a movie for just because they are in that movie? Not because you want to see the movie, you want to see this person in a movie. Will Smith was the last one. Maybe there's more. I can't think of anybody. Maybe Leonardo DiCaprio. Maybe. I'm not sure. Josh says, do you think this will stop him getting work now? On the same level, at least. Oh, yeah, it will. It already has. Josh. I think Netflix has poured out of one of his upcoming movies. I think Paramount. Is it Paramount or one of the big guns? One of the big movie companies, distributors, movie makers have poured out of. They poured out of movies, including Will Smith. So, yeah. All right, I gotta take a leak, and then I'll be back. I'll answer this last one before I go to the bathroom. Josh says, "Do you?" Josh says, "Do you think he deserves that?" I agree with you about taking the Oscar away, but people make mistakes. Yeah, people do make mistakes, Josh. But this was kind of like the granddaddy of them all. I mean, this guy's been nominated for Oscars before. This is the Oscar that everyone knew he was going to win. He must have known. Everyone else knew Will Smith was going to win the Oscar for King Richard, yeah? So to do what he did, uh, very close, very, very close to picking up the Oscar that he was odds-on favorite to win. Yeah, he deserves everything that's coming to him. I would take his Oscar away. I would not ban him for 10 years. I would ban him for life. Josh says, I don't like cancel. I don't like cancel culture. That's up to you. That's your opinion. As a product creed would say, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak. If I don't take a leak, I'm gonna piss my mouth. Be right back. I'm back, guys. Back. Welcome back, Josh. Josh says, yeah, the more I think about it, it really was a dick move. Violence is not the answer. A joke is a joke. Also, if a regular person had done that, they would have been arrested. Couldn't agree more. They would have been arrested. Yeah. They actually did. They actually asked Will Smith to leave the ceremony. They asked Will Smith to leave. As you probably already know, Josh, and anybody else watching after the fact, comment down below and let me know what you think about this disaster. But they did ask Will Smith to leave, and he said, no, I'm not leaving. No. He refused to leave. We're talking about the Academy Awards, man. We're talking about the Oscars. And he refused to leave. Unfucking believable. Be right back. I'm back. Josh says, but I still like Will. Same here. I think he's going through a lot of shit. We shouldn't judge someone by their worst moment. By all accounts, he seems like a great guy. Yeah, I mean, I've been a Will Smith fan since maybe Independence Day 1996. That movie came out. I know before that he was in The Fresh Prince and it's cool, but maybe we have to look a little bit closer at Jada. Maybe. Maybe not. I've never been a fan of Jada Pinkett, and now I probably never will be a fan of Jada Pinkett. The best thing Jada has ever done, apart from Scream 2, was, I think, an executive producer on Cobra Kai, as was Will Smith. I think Will Smith and Jada were both executive producers on Cobra Kai. Totally agree, Josh. She's got him wrapped around her little finger. Couldn't agree more. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. But I couldn't agree more. So, Josh, can I ask you a question? It's not about Will Smith. It's not about Jada. It's not about Chris Rock. But Josh says, Chris says he didn't. Okay, yep. Chris says he didn't know about her condition. I don't believe that. The comment was, well, then again, maybe he didn't. I don't know. The comment was Chris Rock. What was it? Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see ya. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, Josh, and anybody else watching after the fact, what part do you think the C virus will have on Halloween Ends? How big a part do you think the C virus will have on Halloween Ends? And would it put you off watching the movie? It's going to be very interesting to find out what you think about this. Well, no pun intended, will the C virus put you off watching Halloween Ends at the cinema? Josh replies, I don't know, but it will put me off. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it will put me off. I probably won't see it at the cinema, but I'm gonna end up buying the bloody thing on Blu-ray. Yeah, it's just it's just a case that I said last night. I think it was. It's a case of Jamie Lee Curtis. It's basically a case of Jamie Lee Curtis saying, "Jump, jump," and Blumhouse are like, "How high? Jump. How high, Jamie?" She's got all the cards, man. She's got all the cards. Trust me when I tell you, Jamie Lee Curtis has all the cards in this franchise. In this particular trilogy, Jamie Lee Curtis cannot be argued with. Josh says, do you think it will be better than Kills? Good question. I think the movie will be a better movie. I think they're going to play it down a little bit and hopefully bring more Stalker Michael Myers into this last movie. So yeah, I think it's going to be better than Kills. I don't like Halloween Kills. I think Halloween Kills was a joke. I think this one is going to be a better Halloween movie and a better Stalker movie than Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills was just for the kills. Yeah, no suspense. Absolutely no suspense. No jump scares that really made me jump out my skin. The jump scares of the Halloween Kills were too many, kind of like Scream 5. Not as bad as Scream 5. Scream 5 was like, whoa, man. One more jump scare. I'm out of here. But no, not a fan of Halloween Kills. I think Halloween Ends is going to be a better movie. Not just a better Halloween movie, but a better movie. Even if it's got the C word, Josh says, I finally saw it a couple of weeks ago. Worst movie I've seen in years. What, Halloween Kills? Yeah, I mean, I felt the same way, man. The worst Halloween movie I've ever seen at the time was Halloween Kills. I prefer Resurrection to Halloween Kills. Josh follows up with, I thought I'd love Kills and hate the Batman. I clearly don't know myself very well. It's the way things go, man. It's the way things go. I mean, I can't wait for the Elvis movie in June. I'm looking forward to it. The new Elvis biopic. But I only recently watched the Kurt Russell, John Carpenter directed movie from 1979. John Carpenter, Elvis, with Kurt Russell playing the part of Elvis Presley. And Kurt Russell, to me, even without the makeup and all that shit, Kurt Russell looked like Elvis Presley. Nowadays, no. But right up until the late 80s, Kurt Russell, in my opinion, resembled Elvis Presley. And what Kurt did in Elvis 1979 was unbelievable. Unfucking believable. If you're an Elvis fan and you haven't seen that movie from 1979, John Carpenter movie, please watch it. Please watch it before you go to watch the new one. Josh says he doesn't look anything like Elvis, though, but I'm sure it will be a good movie. Yeah, it could be a good movie, but he looks like a very young Elvis. But nothing like Kurt Russell. Austin Butler, yep. Kurt was great. Yeah, Kurt Russell was great. The mannerisms, everything that Kurt Russell did was out of this fucking world, man. Out of this fucking world. Yep, Josh says he nailed it. He did. He nailed it. He had his personality and voice down to a T. Could not agree more. Give me a second. This is the movie we're talking about, yeah? Elvis. A John Carpenter film. Kurt Russell is Elvis. Yeah, I was absolutely astounded. I knew Kurt Russell looked like Elvis, even when he wasn't playing Elvis. But wow, man. This movie blew me away. And anyone watching after the fact, you ain't seen this and you're an Elvis fan, you're missing out. And it's a long movie. It's about, I think, 2 hours and 48 minutes. It's a long movie. The new one that's coming out in June, I think, is 2 hours and 43. Watch this one first. Josh says Tom Hanks playing his manager looks good. Yeah, the Colonel. Yeah, he does. He does. Tom Hanks looks fair. I mean, we're talking Tom Hanks, you know. He does, though. He does. Tom Hanks as the Colonel looks really realistic. Really cool. Josh follows up with, it's quite freaky. It's quite freaky how much he looks like him. Yeah, he did. He did. And like I say, I mean, you go back and watch a movie like Tango and Cash with Stallone, Kurt Russell, 1989. 1989. 10 years. 10 years after this movie, he still resembled Elvis. Pardon me. Kurt Russell still resembled Elvis Presley. He didn't like him. I just only Austin Butler. I wish him well. I wish him well. And I will be seeing that movie at the cinema as long as we don't go back to face coverings, social distancing, and all that shit. Because if that happens, I'm not going to see a movie again until those restrictions are lifted again. Hey, Josh, you're a legend, man. Thank you so much for being here. Josh says, one thing I think you'll appreciate about Batman if you do ever watch it, is the cinematography. I rewatched the Dark Knight trilogy after watching it, and they look so bland in comparison. Josh follows up with the score is incredible as well. Last I say about it, lol. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it at some point. It's gonna, I mean, it's gonna take me a while to watch it. You know me, Stallion. You know me, Stallion. It's gonna take me a while to watch that movie, but it, I just love Michael Keaton's Batman. And when I was a kid, you know, I loved Adam West as Batman. Val Kilmer. No, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I like Val Kilmer as Batman. You know why? Because Val Kilmer just copied Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is still better, but that's what Val Kilmer did. And then we got into the Clooney era, which was, whoa, wow. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I get to see, I want to watch. It gets to a point, I want to see the Batman. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, you know. You know? No, we know about despite you having against the Russian, yeah, you think it ain't against him. If it's not him standing in, then who's it against? Thinking maybe you against you, maybe. No, I think you really are getting brain damage. That's what I think, Stanley. Yeah, maybe I'm talking the truth to your pa. I don't think I want to hear this, Stallion. Hey, your pa, you're a great fighter, no doubt about that, but you ain't gonna believe this. Maybe to show it all. Well, that's easy for you to see. You're still on top. But what happens when you're not on top? Then what? Where do we go, Stallion? Because we sure as hell can't be born again. No, we getting born again, baby. The face we gotta change sometime. I don't want to change. I like who I am. I like you out too, Paul. But look at that. You ain't gonna believe this, but that ain't us up there no more, Paul. We could do that the way we did it before. We're changing. We're turning to normal, regular people. Not standing. That's where you're wrong. Maybe you think you're changing, but you can't change what you really are. And you can forget all this money and stuff you got all around you, man, because that don't change a thing. Me, we don't even have a choice. See, we're born with this killer instinct that you just can't turn off and on like some radio. We have to be right in the middle of the action because we're the warriors. And without some challenge, without some damn water fight, then the warrior may as well be dead, Stanley. I'm sorry. Couldn't help it. Josh says, y'all like it more than Batman and Robin. Yes, no doubt about that. I will. Josh says, the good thing is every generation has their own Batman. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Adam West, and yeah, I think after that with Michael Keaton. So quite a big gap. But yeah, every generation, kind of. Just says, I still love the Burton ones. Me too, man. Josh, yep. Tim Burton, Batman 89, and Batman Returns 92. I still love the Burton ones. They have that gothic thing about them that I love so much. Couldn't agree more. Josh says, I gotta ask you. I've asked you this on every stream I've joined. Did you enjoy Platoon? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen Platoon and haven't seen Wall Street yet. I'm so sorry. I know it's fucking ridiculous, but just says bravo, Oscar worthy. Well, I wouldn't say that, but thank you for saying that. We talking about my monologue, the Rocky IV monologue. I think you are. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. There's what some people don't do. You know, when a lot of people try. I mean, I'm not a great Rocky Balboa impressionist. I'm an even worse Sylvester Stallone impressionist. But what a lot of people do when they try and do Rocky and Sly, they go too far. They go over the top. Over the top. No pun intended, over the top. Sly Stallone movie. Love that movie. One of my favorite Stallone movies of all time. Over the top. The arm wrestling movie. But they do. They go too far. And it's like what could be, well, you can just fight your head against a Russian. Okay, that's not perfect. That's not perfect. But you will get people doing that same line. Wow, you think this way against the Russian. It's too much. Some people go too far with that. Okay, I think it's time for another shot. What do you think? Let's see. Josh says, I love your impressions. Thank you very much. You sound just like Balboa when you say certain words. Oh, you're the man, Josh. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've been watching the Rocky movies since I was like, I don't know, 3-4 years old. I mean, the first two Rocky movies came out before I was even born. So I appreciate that, man. This is the there's someone there's someone in the YouTube universe that would love this shot glass, would they not? Got my Smirnoff. Gonna take a shot. And no, this is not water. This is not water. This is the real deal. No, it's not Evander Holyfield. It's the real deal. Josh says the Rocky movies are amazingly rewatchable. Wow. Could not agree. Again, I keep saying, could not agree more. They don't look like old movies, do they? And they are. They are older movies, but You go back and watch. I mean, maybe Rocky, the first Rocky, 1976, I think. Okay. Well, then you got Rocky 2, 79, Rocky 3, 82, Rocky 4, 85. They don't look like older movies. They are so current. I mean, Rocky 4. Wow. Is Rocky 4 current again or not? Wow. Anyway, see this? Oh, Canada. How I hate this place. Kidding. Canada's cool. Canada is cool. Here we go. Vodka beer bank. Oh. Yep, Josh. Yep, they have a charm to them. They do. They do, without a doubt. Josh says the themes are so universal. There's something for everyone in those movies. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, when you think about redemption, uh, definitely. I mean, we think about the first Rocky movie. We got this a bum, but not quite. And he took the heavyweight champion of the world the distance. The distance. Oh, pardon me. Yeah. And then Rocky 2, Rocky wins the belt, and then Rocky 3. It's like we're talking Clubber Lang here. We're talking Mr. T. Rocky 4, the ultimate redemption movie in the entire series, Rocky 4. Josh says, down in one. I did it. Down in one, and then they're not paying me. Heineken. It says vodka, beer back. Josh says, I would rate Stallone over Arnie any day. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a legend, a living icon. But when it comes to acting, I'm not saying Stallone is the best actor in the world, but he's very, very good. And he's definitely better than Arnie. So yeah, Josh, I totally agree. Again, Stallone over Arnie any day of the week. Any day of the week. Josh says, not taking anything away from Arnold. No, me neither. But there's no question who the better actor is. Totally agree. It's Sly. Sly all the way, man. Sly all the way. Josh follows up with, even though Stallone is hugely popular, I still think he's underrated. He is. He is underrated as an actor. See, as you know, and as many of you guys watching after the fact know, Stallone is known as the action man. Yeah? The action guy. And so is Arnie. Yeah? But if you put their movies together, maybe watch. I'm not going to tell you what movies to watch, but maybe watch like Free. Yeah, okay. That sounds like a fair number. Watch 3 Stallone movies that are not Rambo, they're not Rocky, and then watch 3 Schwarzenegger movies, whichever ones you want. And then come back to me and tell me that Schwarzenegger is a better actor. I haven't got my Alice Cooper hat. You know, I think we just had a slight disconnect. Josh, tell me, sir, if there was a disconnect there. YouTube was telling me there was a disconnect. Josh says there's an emotional depth. Okay, you froze for a sec, but you're back now. Yeah, that's some kind of I apologize. I'm so sorry about that, man. If it happens again, I would try and do something to fix it. My apologies. You also said there's an emotional depth to Stallone performances that I think people miss. They do. Oh man, I mean, are you rocking this boat tonight? I mean, I tell Josh, you may as well come here. I'll move out of the way, and you can sit right here and take over maybe chat more part 2, because everything you're saying is just so true, man. There's an emotional depth to Stallone's performance that I think people miss. I mean, they do. I'm not going to say everyone, but because that would be stupid. It would be stupid to say that, but yeah, the speech in Creed. I mean, my God, the speech in Creed. I do no chemotherapy. If I could take everything that was good and put it in a bowl or something, and pick one thing, I say, hey, I'd like to swim one more day with my wife. I'd do it. I'd die happy man right there. Ain't gonna happen. So, everything I got has moved on. And I'm here. I'm not the guys in the past. In the past. So I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. That alone, when I watched that scene in Creed, I cry. I'm not ashamed to say it. I cry every fucking time I see that scene in Creed. It's just unbelievable. And he should have won the Oscar. Josh says, LOL, I'm glad you agree with me. have a lot of mates who think he's a bad actor, and it drives me insane. He's also a fantastic writer. Yeah. Yep, definitely. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Yeah. And they can say Stallone is a bad actor. And I'm not here to say he's not. But the thing is, I like to think. I mean, I've been watching movies. I'm 41, nearly 42. I'm 41 years old. And I've been watching Stallone since I was like 3 or 4 years old. And I've followed the industry. I try to keep up. Most movies that come out now don't interest me. Some do, some don't. But when it comes to Sylvester Stallone, if anybody, and they have, it's happened to me too, man. It's happened to me too. They turn around to me and, oh, that guy, he's just Rocky, he's just Rambo. I'm like, well, how about you watch something else apart from Rocky, apart from Rambo? Even Rocky and Rambo are completely different. So I like to believe that I'm film educated enough to say that Stallone is not just a good actor, Stallone is a fucking brilliant actor. And a fantastic writer. Like, yep, he wrote Rocky in 3 days. He wrote something in 3 days. And it turned out to be Rocky. And it went through a couple of rewrites. And Josh says, same here, dude. Not many actors who could move me to tears, but he's one of them. Yep. Every time, I mean, every Rocky movie and every Creed movie, I'm the same way. I mean, in the first Rocky, it would be when Burgess Meredith, Mickey comes to his place and he wants to be he wants to manage Rocky, and it's a good damn my place before. You think it stinks? Right, stinks. It stinks. Rocky 2, Adrian going into the coma after the birth of Rocky Jr. Rocky 3, Mickey's funeral. Rocky 4, Rocky 4. I mean, you got Apollo's funeral. You got the speech with him, Rocky, and Adrian at the top and the bottom of the stairs. Rocky 5, I know a lot of people don't like Rocky 5. Stallone don't like Rocky 5, but there's so many scenes in Rocky 5. I'm like, the flashback that never happened. The flashback with Rocky talking to Mickey. Wow. I mean, that's on YouTube. That one scene. And it's a flashback that never happened. But wow. Oh my God. It does. I'm not ashamed to say it. It brings me to tears every single time I watch it. And you got Rocky Balboa, Rocky 6, essentially. Yeah, Rocky 6. And then, like I say, the Creed movies. Just dance. Art is subjective. It is. But Stallone is objectively a brilliant actor. He is. And Christian Bale's that voice is objectively impossible to understand. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. He was brilliant in American Psycho. American Psycho is one of my favorite movies of all time. Love American Psycho. Can't stand Christian Bale as Batman. Can't stand Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. And just says those two things are just pure facts. LOL. Yeah, I mean, and it does happen, Josh, and everyone watching after the fact. It does happen. If you talk to somebody like Josh just said, his friends, most of his friends are like, Sylvester Stallone is a bad actor. It's like, well, maybe you don't know what you're talking about. You know, maybe you don't know what you're talking about. I try and be nice. But if someone comes to me and says Sylvester Stallone cannot act, yes, I may point them towards a certain Rocky movie. I may point them, excuse me. I may point them towards maybe Rambo 4. But I could point them towards a different Stallone movie. I could do that. Josh says, I like Bale as an actor outside of Batman. He's kind of a weird dude, though. Yeah, didn't he? Yeah, he is weird. Didn't he once? He was, I think Christian Bale was in a Terminator movie at one point. A Terminator movie that I've got no interest in. But didn't Christian Bale, somebody made eye contact with Christian Bale, someone. They made eye contact with Christian Bale. And Christian Bale, I think, on the set of this Terminator movie, went absolutely fucking wild. He went nuts. He went crazy. So yeah, he's weird. But I do love American Psycho. American Psycho is horrific, but it's funny. And that's Christian Bale playing the part of Patrick Bateman. Not Pat Bates. Not Norman Bates. Patrick Bateman. Okay. Josh says people should educate themselves before writing an actor off. Definitely. Like like Patterson, for example, love him or hate him. It's not fair to judge the guy by Twilight. That was years ago. Okay. I think I may need this. You don't mind, Josh? Anyone watching? Josh, you're watching? Oh, Canada. How I hate this place. See, Yep. That's the shot. That's the shot right there. Okay, I'm going to make this nice and quick with Pattinson. I'm not going to like him as Batman. I'm not going to like him as Bruce Wayne. Yeah, Pattinson. I knew who you meant, Josh. I knew who you meant. I'm not going to be a fan. I just know. But he may impress me more than Christian Bale. So, I'm certainly not going to watch the Batman at the cinema. But I will watch it eventually. And he will be better than George Clooney. Let's face it. I mean, even George Clooney knows he was a crap Batman. Anyway, can I get a bottoms up? Bottoms up. Here we go. I should rename this video "Getting Shit-Faced." Oh, fucking hell. Oh, shit, man. Oh my God. Okay. Josh says, no, I didn't mean whether people like him as Batman or not. I just mean it's not fair to judge an actor by one role they did years ago. No, I agree with that. I would never judge Pattinson, but it's hard. You know, I mean, it's different. It's you gotta admit, it's kind of difficult. It's like who's the guy who played Harry Potter? You know, I can't think of his name, but the kid, the guy who played Harry Potter. I mean, he's done serious movies since Harry Potter. I can't take him seriously. Serious movies, I can't take him seriously. I just can't do it. And I'm hoping it's not the same way with Pattinson as Batman. Josh said, bottoms up, naked. I did. This is they're not paying me for this, thank God. Smirnoff, this is Russian vodka. But it's like I said earlier on, it's like vodka, beer back very quickly. It has to be very quickly, otherwise, it may not be so pretty of a video. Josh says, I've seen Pattinson in loads of films since, and he was great in them. Okay. Other than Batman, I mean, okay. I agree with you on Harry Potter, though. I don't even know his real name. Laugh him my ass off. I do know the guy's name. I just can't think of it at the moment. But yeah, the Pattinson loads of films since, and he was great in them. That's the one. Thank you. Thank you very much, Josh. That's the one. Josh says Pattinson was great in The Lighthouse with William Dafoe. That's the one I need to watch. That's the one that people talk about a lot. The Lighthouse. I mean, I've got no interest in the Twilight movies whatsoever. But I'm a werewolf fan. That's not a werewolf movie. It's some piece of shit that came. But that one. Thank you, Josh, for reminding me of The Lighthouse. I want to see The Lighthouse. And after I've seen it, I may be more tempted to watch The Batman afterwards. But there's no fucking way I'm watching the Twilight movies and then expect to take him seriously as Bruce Wayne or Batman. No way. The Lighthouse. I need to watch The Lighthouse. Josh says, okay. Josh says you might not like it, but again, it's all subjective. Pattinson doesn't even like Twilight. Pattinson doesn't even like Twilight. Well, it made him a lot of money. It's kind of like Elvis Presley. Well, I'm not putting those two names in the same category, but Elvis Presley hated his films. Hated his films. Josh follows up with Harry Potter wasn't even good in Harry Potter. Yeah, I mean, I've seen bits and bobs. I've seen what I need to see when it comes to the Harry Potter movies, and then they're not my cup of tea. I don't need to watch anymore. I've seen what I need to see in the Harry Potter movies, and they're crap. I mean, anyone who's watching this enjoys Harry Potter, great. Watch them all. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not. I'm just not a fan. It's like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I've seen what I need to see. I'm never going to be a fan. But give me a second. Be right back. Give me a second. I got this movie right here. Let's get that close up. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. As you can see, or maybe you cannot see it, they're wrapped up. They're all wrapped up in plastic. I'm going to be watching these two movies, which I've never seen. I've never seen these two movies. I haven't seen them. I do have The Force Awakens. I saw The Force Awakens at the cinema. Absolutely loved it. I haven't seen these two. So what I'm doing, I'm going to wait until May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. I'm going to watch The Force Awakens and 2 Star Wars movies I've never seen before. And they're all wrapped up in plastic. So, May the 4th be with you. I can't wait. Oh, okay. Josh says when Michael Keaton was cast as Batman, people hated the idea until the movie came out. I remember I was only 9 years old. I remember. Josh says he got loads of hate mail from angry Batman fans. I bet. People were like, you can't cast Beetlejuice as Batman. Michael Keaton, yeah, I saw. Josh says same happened to Ben Affleck. I haven't seen that movie. I've got no ambition to see that movie with Ben Affleck. Beetlejuice, yeah. People were like, you can't cast Beetlejuice as Batman. But look what happened, they did. And this is the genius of Tim Burton. The genius of Tim Burton. He directed Beetlejuice, yeah? He directed Batman, 1989. What was that? 2 years later? 1 year later? And look what happened. I remember. I know what you mean. People were like up in arms. Whoa. I remember being 9 years old when Batman was released in cinemas. I didn't see it until I was like 10. So like 1990. And I love Keaton as Batman. He will always be my Batman. But Jack Nicholson as the Joker will always be my Joker. I'm getting choked up just talking about this shit, man. Yeah, I'm getting choked up just talking about it. I mean, these movies this is from my childhood, Jack Nicholson as the Joker will always be my Joker. Keaton will always be my Batman. But the Joker, I don't care what people. I mean, no, I don't. I don't give a shit what people say about Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger was a great actor. But my Joker will always be not Mark Hamill. Not Mark Hamill. My Joker will always be Jack Nicholson. It's just the way it goes, Josh says, here's my Batman ranking. This should be cool. Looking forward to it, Josh. Josh says Jack was amazing. Yes, he was. He was an idol of mine when I was like 10 years old. I remember Wow. I was like, yeah, I would have been 10. And I had lots of sheets of blank paper, A4 blank paper, and cutting around the paper. So they basically were roughly the same size as a dollar bill. And my plan was to go up the alley, up the pathway to where we lived, and there was a big uh, uh, car hold. There was a massive a garage, just up the alley. And my plan was just to throw these notes all over the paper, all over the place. Never did it. Never did it. But I love Jack Nicholson as the Joker. He would always be my Joker. I don't care what they do. Jeff says, okay, serious list. Okay. Number 1, Keaton. Okay, Josh says number 1, Keaton. So your favorite Batman is Michael Keaton. Same here, man. Then Patterson, Affleck, Kilmer, West, Clooney, and in the last place, Bow. He sounds more like the cookie. He sounds more like the Cookie Monster than Batman. That's a great list, Josh. That's a great list. Keaton will always be my number 1. Then probably Val Kilmer. Affleck, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Clooney, very, very low on the list. Just ask George about that, and he'll tell you. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna see Pattinson as the Batman. I'm gonna be. I know I'm gonna be disappointed, man. I know I am. I know I am. Josh says George Clooney is a great actor, though. Yes, he is. He's just not Batman. And he will be the first person to tell you that. He's not Batman. But Clooney is a great actor. Great actor. It's funny, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in my last stream. But I do plan to have a pre-recorded video. Basically, because I'm a massive paranormal fan, paranormal ghosts, all that. Yeah. And I want to tell a story. Something that actually happened to me when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old. That's going to be a pre-recorded video. The last time I ever talked about anything that happened like that was the dog when the front door was being painted, and the ghost dog came running up the fucking stairs. That happened. This one, the next one I got, I want to do it pre-recorded. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Josh says, you won't be disappointed because you didn't have high hopes in the first place. As a reader of the comics, Pattinson is the most comic accurate Batman we've ever had. Yeah, that sounds great, Josh. That sounds great. If you care, I'm not saying you shouldn't care about the comic books. I love the idea of comic books, you know. I love the idea of comic books, but I'm not a big fan of comic books. So if I need to go back and read, I don't know, episode 67, Batman does this, that, the other, just to make the movie make sense, then I'm not going to be a fan. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I love the idea of comic books. Josh says, but Keaton will always be the best. Totally agree. Josh. Keaton would always be the best. Josh says, can't wait to hear your story. Yeah. It's not over. I mean, let's see. Josh says you don't have to say what happened now, but did it freak you out? No. Not at all. I was probably, me and my buddy, his name was Neil. No. Did not freak me out whatsoever. But coming back, and me and Neil, it was like, what? What? What did we just see that? Did we just see that? Did we just see that? Yeah, and back then, like I say, I was like probably 10 years old, maybe 11. And we had absolutely no idea what we were looking at. And I think I've got a good idea what it was now. But that has to be a pre-recorded video. And Josh, hopefully you'll watch it. I know you will. Great support of the channel. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's going to have to be a pre-recorded video, I think, to go into depth as to what happened that day. And wow, did it freak me out? No, it didn't. It did not freak me out. Not at the time. And my friend Neil, no. Jeff says, what was the dog story again? Oh, that's when the house front door was being painted, and a dog, we had no pets at the time, and a dog came running in through the front door, up the stairs, and there was me, the prick that I am. I was freaked out. I did not have a clue where this dog came from, you know? Was it vicious? Who knows? Anyway, I took out some biscuits, some cookies, and I was tossing little treats up the stairs to try and goad this dog back out of our fucking house, man. It never appeared. It got to the certain point where I actually walked up the stairs all the way, checked out all the bedrooms, all the closets. The dog was not there. I swear to you, that dog, when the front door was being painted and the painter was on a break, that dog came into this house, up the stairs, and vanished. Disappeared. Vanished. Josh, have you ever used an Ouija board? No, I haven't, and I never will. And Josh, please, if you've already used one, that's okay. If you haven't, Josh, and everyone watching after the fact, okay? If you've never used an Ouija board, a spirit board, do not use one, ever. You may talk to the person you're looking for. Maybe it's a relative that passed away, a good friend that has passed away, and you may come into contact. I don't know how, but you may come into contact with the person you want to. But at the end of the day, when you use an Ouija board, it's basically like opening your phone and telling everybody your PIN number, because then everyone is invited. It's not a good idea, guys. It's not a good idea. Don't use a spirit board. Don't use a Ouija board. And if you have, if it's still in your house, if it's still in your home, do not burn it. Don't break it into pieces. Just throw it in the trash and get rid of it. Josh says, I've never used one. Great stuff, Josh. Great stuff. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. They're dangerous. My mate has one. I don't know whether I believe. I'm curious. Josh, my advice to you, buddy, would be not to use it. But if you do, if you want to use it round your friend's place, use it round your friend's place. Because then if you release something, I know that sounds dramatic, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. It's true. If you release something that you don't want to release, if you talk to someone that you don't want to talk to, the odds say they will stay at your mate's place, whatever it is. But trust me when I tell you They can follow you home. And it may not be someone you want to talk to, Josh. It could be anybody. It could be anybody. So trust me when I tell you, don't do it. Josh says, have you ever had any demonic experiences? No, thank God. No, I haven't. Thank God. No pun intended. No pun intended. No. But see, what a lot of people, you know, what a lot of people, uh, they get confused. I used to. Josh says, "Fan for the advice, man. I'll be careful." Yeah, be careful, Josh. Be very careful. 2 ball caps, magnet. Can't be. No, definitely not magnets. Fuck it. Yeah. No, I've never had a demonic experience. There are a lot of people that can consider what they had as a demonic experience. 99% out of 100% is not a demon. What a demon is something that has never walked Earth in human form. Doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna rip your arm in the middle of the night. Doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna terrorize your house and follow you. Doesn't mean that. But I haven't had a demonic experience. I had 2 of these things. Oh dear. Looks like I'm down to 1. Ah, screw it. Josh says, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Josh asks, are you religious at all? If you don't mind me asking. No, that's no problem. That's a great question, Josh. I believe because my belief in how do I put this? Because my belief in extraterrestrial life, I'm like, am I religious? No. Because we have one sun, and this solar system has 8 planets. Used to be 9, but Pluto was demoted. So it's back down to 8 planets. Every single star you look at is a sun, essentially a sun. Every single star you look at is a sun. So if you're telling me, if you're telling me that we are our sun is the only one that can hold a solar system, then I believe that's very naive. Very naive. Very naive. Am I religious? I don't believe in the harps and the angels, but sometimes it's nice to believe in that. I do believe we go somewhere. This can't be it. So, when I pop my clogs and I'm gone, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Does that mean I'm religious? No. It just means I don't believe it ends here. Just says I got into a debate with just says I got into a debate with a flat earlier Christian on Discord a couple of months ago. I got into a debate with a flat earther. Oh, flat earther? A flat earther Christian on Discord a couple of months ago. I'm not sure, Josh. You're gonna have to, if you really want me to talk about that, you're gonna have to embellish a little bit. I'm still looking for the I'm still looking for the one that got away. The bottle top that got away. I think I'm giving up. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll look for it tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, Josh, I got into a debate with a flatmate, I guess, a flat earther, a flat earth. Oh, a flat. Okay. Josh says I'm open to spirituality. Yeah, spirituality. But I think organized religion can be dangerous. It can be dangerous. It's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. It can be. It can be. Not always, but it can be. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I just got what you meant. A Christian who thinks the Earth is flat. Um, wow, wow. The Earth is not flat. Um, no, no. So tell your Christian friend. There's a guy at Movie Chat More Part 2. His name's Richard. And I want to know why. Why, in this day and age, you can possibly believe this planet is flat. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. This planet is round. It's a circular shape. It's round. Josh says, LOL. Okay. She also thinks they faked the moon landing. She's one of those nutters. she she ain't no friend of mine at all. The moon landing, what was that, 1969? I believe that happened. I believe it's real. I don't believe it's fake at all. I believe it happened. I could do a standalone video all about that, but it would be a long video. I do believe we walked on the moon. That's it. Josh follows up with, I don't know her. She lives in Austin, Texas. Oh, well. No, yeah. She could be a perfectly nice person. It sounds to me like she is. But wow, talk about the moon landing. The the Earth, planet Earth being flat is I can't get into that. It's just so ridiculous. But the moon landings in 1969, yeah, I could get into that. I know why. I know why. That a lot of people believe it never happened and it was a fake. I know why. There's quite a few reasons why. Uh, Not something I really want to get into live. Kind of like, I'm not putting, what happened to me and my friend Neil uh, in the same league as the 1969 moon landings. I'm not doing that. But they're two separate videos I would have to make separately, They can't be live, they have to be separate videos. Josh says people try and people try and find a conspiracy in everything these days. It does happen a lot. It does happen a hell of a lot. Josh says we've seen the footage. Looks pretty real to me. It looks pretty real to me too. Josh follows up with, I get it. It's a heavy topic for a live stream. Well, yeah, it is. I mean, the moon landings, yeah, maybe. Not definitely. But maybe one day I'll do a pre-recorded video about that. With me and my buddy Neil, when we were both, I think, 10 years old, maybe 11. And what we saw, that one is definitely going to be, I don't know when, but that one's definitely going to be a pre-recorded video. So you guys can leave your comments below and then hopefully I'll get back in touch with you. But yeah, what me and Neil saw, we saw. Did it creep us out? No. No, not at all. Not at the time. Josh says, going back to the paranormal, have you had more than those two experiences you mentioned? Can't wait to hear your story about you and your friend. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, it's going to be a pre-recorded video, that one. Have I had any more than those two? With the dog running up the stairs and the shadow person that me and Neil saw. No, not really. I mean, I'm 41, I'm nearly 42. Nearly 42. But no, apart from those two events, I haven't come across anything else paranormal. I mean, every now and then, but I think this happens to everybody. Yeah, every now and then you have a drawer. You have a drawer for the knives and forks and basically stuff to eat your dinner with. Yeah, knives, forks, spoons, plates, and every now and then they seem to vanish. Uh, but that's not uh, paranormal activity. I don't believe it is. It can be. It can be. It can be a poltergeist, but not in this case. Uh, do- 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 Josh says one question about your story. Do you think it was a ghost or an alien? Uh, the shadow figure. A ghost. Definitely not an alien. Um, but a shadow figure. And yeah, I've been lucky, and hopefully Neil has been lucky that it's never come back to haunt us. You know, we saw it and we never saw it again. But yeah, that's going to be a pre-recorded video. Just, but yeah, it was a shadow. Yeah, yeah, Josh. It was a shadow figure. But we're okay. Well, I'm okay. And hopefully Neil is okay. Josh says, I've never had anything like that. Well, not many people do, man. I mean, I would love to say that what me and Neil saw was a figment of our imagination, but we both saw it. And when I do the video, hopefully pretty soon, hopefully, I guarantee, um, we're fine. I'm fine. I don't know about Neil. I think Neil's fine. But yeah, we went back and we were kids. You know, we're kids. You know, we went back. We had a pen and paper, and we tried to document what we saw. And the next time, we saw nothing whatsoever. And you gotta remember, I mean, when we saw a shadow figure, which is what it was. Um, this was like 1991. So we didn't have camera phones or any shit like that. So we didn't see it. We didn't see it and record it. We saw it, but we could not record it at that time. We were ju- me and Neil, me and Neil were just there. This was a great place to hang out as a kid, you know? Great place. It was kind of spooky, but we didn't hang out there for that reason. It was just a great place to hang out after school. And you know, Josh says, would you say it was a friendly ghost or a right knobhead? Well, considering I think it was a shadow person, a shadow figure, like you say, Josh, probably didn't mean it was friendly. Now, I'm not saying it was, please believe me, I'm not saying it was anything demonic. I'm not saying it was anything evil. But when people see these shadow figures, they don't normally represent something friendly. But we're okay. Well, I'm okay, and hopefully Neil is okay. But shadow figures are never a good thing to see, especially if you see one in your own fucking house. Whoa, that's never happened to me. Thank God. Josh says, yeah, ghosts were out and about more back then. Yeah, pre-cameras, phones. Maybe they're camera shy. LOL. Yeah, it. I watch virtually every paranormal show there is, whether it be on TV, whether it be on YouTube, and I can say with all honesty, at least 99%, maybe 98% is pure bullshit. Absolute bullshit. But I always wonder with these camera phones they have these days, why is the footage they film UFOs, Bigfoot, sea monsters, river monsters, why is the footage always so blurry? These cameras are state of the art, high definition cameras. Why is the footage so blurry? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Warm. Warm. Do, 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 do. It's 4:17 a.m. here in the UK. Great chat there. Great stream. Joe says, I don't know what to think. Well, don't 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 fuck around with a spirit board. It's if you go. I mean, what I want to do. I mean, this sounds weird. This sounds completely weird, unnecessary, fucking fucked up. Yeah. I walked past the store the other day, and they were selling all the uh, trinkets, mostly made for very young children, like kids and uh, um, like toy prams, toy baskets, dolls, and all that shit. What I may do is just go into that place and just buy, if I can remember where it was, is buy just one of the creepiest looking fucking dolls I can ever buy, put it in my bedroom, go to sleep, or at least try to sleep with that fucking thing in my room staring at me. I might try that. It's a stupid idea. I might try that. Joe says, I haven't seen anything, and until I do, I'll stay undecided. Follows up with, but I'm fascinated by it. Josh, man, this has fascinated me since I was, I don't know, 5, 6 years old. Um, it it is interesting, you know. Do you watch any of the paranormal shows on TV, on YouTube? You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because I would say a lot of those shows are fake. Every now and then you'll see something. It's like, oh, every now and then, not often, not often. It's like, oh, yeah. I mean, I've been into the paranormal since I can remember. Josh says, it's none of my business, but do you live alone? Because if so, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Uh, Let me start that again. My apologies, Josh. My apologies. I want to start that again. Okay? It's not, Josh says, it's none of my business, but do you live alone? Because if so, I wouldn't recommend doing that. You'll drive yourself insane. I don't live alone. I live with my dad and my brother. Um, I could do a paranormal haunt. I know what to look for. I don't mean to sound, oh, I know everything. No one knows everything. And never do a paranormal hunt on your own. Josh says, I'm talking about the doll. That would creep me out. Yeah, but it's not like I'm buying Annabelle. Yeah, yeah. I might put the laptop, record it, record the whole night just to see what happens. Nothing will happen, but it would be funny if something did. Can you imagine that? There's me laying in bed. You can't see me. You can't see me. You see the shelves in my bedroom, and you see this doll. Your doll? Your doll? You see this doll up on the shelf, and the head suddenly moves. Can you imagine that? Won't happen. Won't happen. But can you imagine if it did? Uh, Josh, YouTube is telling me my connection is unstable. Hopefully, you can hear me, friend. Josh says, if you saw a ghost and it started talking to you, how do you think you react? I know that's pretty impossible to answer. It froze back again. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. How would I react? It it would all depend. It would all depend on what happened. I mean, if it was the ghost of a long lost loved one, I'll I'd shit my pants. If it was the ghost of someone I never knew, I'd shit my pants. So yeah, that's why I would never fuck around with an Ouija board. Either way, I shit my pants. I mean, I love horror, as you know. I'm a massive horror fan. But even in horror movies. It's like Salem's Lot. You ever seen Salem's Lot? Where something appears at the window, like Salem's Lot. It's like the kid vampires appearing at the window. Scares the fucking shit out of me, man. Things at the window scare shit out of me. And it all goes back to Salem's Lot. That movie, Salem's Lot, vampire movie. Josh says, yeah, it's hard to fathom. I think I would be okay as long as I wasn't alone. Yeah, I mean, it sounds to me you very interested in the paranormal, as like I am. But yeah, don't, please, for the love of all that's holy, don't do a paranormal hunt by yourself. It's not worth the risk, man. Because even if nothing happens, but your brain tells you something else, your brain will always win. So you need someone there to shake you back into reality and say, hey, Josh. Don't do it by yourself, man. If you ever plan on doing a paranormal investigation, do not do it by yourself. Never, ever. At least I would say the minimum 2 friends. 2 friends, 2 family members, 2 people you know, 2 people you trust. That's the only way I would ever do a paranormal investigation is with 2 people I know, 2 people I trust. I would never do a paranormal investigation by myself. And it was only, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, I had the opportunity to do that. And I turned it down because it's pointless, man. It's pointless. You can go insane. You can completely lose your mind. It's not worth it. Josh says, when there's something, I haven't got the t-shirt. I don't have the tattoo. Ghostbusters. They could. I'll say that again. I think there was a slight mishap. I don't have the tattoo. I have the t-shirt, but it's upstairs. Ghostbusters. Just says, would you spend the night in a haunted hotel? Oh, that's a great question. That's a brilliant question, Josh. Yes. Yes, I would. I would have to do some research on the hotel. I would have to look back on other people that have stayed at the hotel and whether or not something followed them back, because that does happen. They don't always leave you alone. They can follow you. So I would have to do a little bit of research. But yes, I would spend the night at a supposed haunted hotel, but not by myself. Not by myself. And if I was to do some research, which I would, and I got in touch with these guys and gals that, hey, we spent the night there, and ever since then we've had problems in our home, like the lights going on and off, or ornaments coming off the shelves, and kitchen drawers opening by themselves, then I'll be like, nope, I'm not going there. But I would love to do that. But I would have to do some research first. By and large, the answer to your question, Josh, is yes, I would do that. They don't pay me. Josh says, what was scarier to you, ghosts or alien abduction? Alien abduction. Ghosts. Ghosts. If it's a demon, which they're very, very rare, then I'll be like, oh yeah, demon. Alien abduction. Oh, yeah, they do have a movie down there somewhere called Fire in the Sky, based on a true story with alien abduction. That scares me more. Alien abduction, because you can come back and you can tell people what happened to you, and the majority of people won't believe you. They won't believe you. But ghosts, yeah, ghosts can be creepy, man. Ghosts can be very, very creepy, but we're not always talking about demons. We're not always talking about, I'm poltergeist. Poltergeist can be as friendly as anything. Poltergeist basically means, what is it? Not, it's nasty. No, noisy. Poltergeist translated. Poltergeist is noisy spirit, noisy ghost. They're not necessarily out to hurt you. A poltergeist just want, from my understanding, a poltergeist just wants to have fun. Like Cyndi Lauper. Girls just want to have fun. Next shot coming up. Next shot coming up. Yeah, coming back to what you mentioned earlier, Josh, is at some point or another, definitely, I'm gonna share the story of the shadow figure, with me and my mate Neil back in the day, back in 1990, 1991. Yeah. Uh, I'm looking forward to making that video, and seeing what you guys think of it. I don't have any recorded footage, obviously, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it, man. Josh says, did my last comment show up? YouTube glitch. The last one I saw, Josh, was what's scarier to you, ghosts or alien abduction? Don't worry about it, man, because it's not you. It's probably me. It's probably my internet connection. So do not sweat it, man. It's probably my internet connection, not yours. But yeah, I will do a standalone video about that at some point or another. What me and Neil saw. Wow, cannot believe over 30 years ago. I was like 10, 11. Absolutely incredible, man. Just says I wasn't even born. Crazy. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. But I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. It's crazy because that sounds stupid. Sounds stupid, but that's when you were born. That's when you were not born. I mean, I watched very recently a 2002 WrestleMania match between Hulk Hogan and The Rock, which was 12 years after Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6. So that's 12 years. 12 years. And it's that match, the Warrior versus Hogan, seemed like 25 light years. It's 25 light years ago. And then it only occurred to me, it occurred to me, but 12 years, yeah? Now, that match between The Rock and Hulk Hogan is 20 years old. 20 years old. That means it's like, what, 8 years, yeah? 8 years older than the Warrior versus the Hogan match at WrestleMania 6. So I know what you mean. Josh says I was born in 2003. I just mean time flies by. It does, man. It does. I know I rambled on about wrestling, but that's So I know what you mean, man. Josh says, although since COVID, everything's just felt like one really long, bad day. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, it has. The only the only thing I can say about that is we're on our way out. Hopefully we're back to normal at the moment. We're back to normal. Give me a shot time. Small shot. That's like a single, yeah. Yeah, COVID is a hot topic with me. Um, Hopefully, we've seen the worst, and we've gone through the worst, and hopefully we can stay normal. Oh no, don't worry about it. No, Josh. Josh says sorry. I don't want to be a downer. No, it's fine. It's fine, Josh. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Hopefully, COVID will be a thing of the past. But one thing that's never going to go away is the media and the way they broadcast COVID. That's going to last probably after I'm dead. Yeah, they won't stop. And the reason they won't stop, you know why the media won't stop talking about COVID? Is because it's easy. Easy as fuck to scare the shit out of people. It's very easy. Very easy to do. When you are in control of one of the big networks. Very, very easy to do. Josh says, hopefully the worst is behind us. I agree. But the COVID culture will be here long after COVID is over. I don't think COVID will ever be over. Uh, I think at some point there will be a jab that will protect us forever rather than a jab every 6 months. Maybe it'll be like a flu jab. So you have it once a year. And that would suit me down to the ground. But COVID, yeah. Josh follows up with, I just meant the pandemic. Well, apparently here in the UK, I can't say anywhere else in the world, but here in the UK, we're calling it an endemic now, not a pandemic anymore. We're calling it an endemic. Yeah, absolutely agree. Josh says the media thought they had it good with Brexit and Trump. Oh no, I mean, yeah, definitely. When COVID hit, we're talking. We're literally talking about retirement age. When COVID hit, I'm not talking about. I've said this before. I say it again. I'm not talking about the pretty ladies or the handsome man on the news that talk to us about COVID. No, no. They're puppets. That's all they are. They're puppets. The guys and girls at the top are the ones that never want this thing to go away. And they won't let it go away. Ever. So, well, maybe in 50 years. But they know they're going to get viewers. They know they're going to get viewing figures. No matter what news station you're watching, you're going to watch one of them. So for them, like I said, not the pretty lady, not the handsome man. I'm talking about the guys and girls at the top. They will not let COVID go. Not while it's still around. Yeah. Shut. Make sure I got my beer handy. Just says, yeah, yeah, and they're making money out of people's misery. Very true. Pretty sick. Very true. But that's the way it's always been. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I agree. Totally agree. It's this is like ooh, I think that'd be my last one of the night. They won't let go, Josh. Hey, you guys watching after the fact? They won't let go until it's gone, and it's never gonna be gone. It's something we have to live with, and whether or not you have the jab is still something you're gonna have to live with. Josh says COVID is just a trendy thing. It'll be something else in a couple of years. I think it'll be COVID-19 still, but there'll be different names. They'll always think of different transformer names. Omicron, Delta. They'll always think of a new name. But I agree when you say, yeah, the trendy thing. It is, and that's the way it's gonna stay for a long, long time. Yeah, that's gonna be the last shot of vodka I take tonight. I know that much. Josh says, turn the turn the fake news off and live your life. That's what I always say to people. You know what, Josh? I'm the same way. I'm the same way, my friend. In 2020, if I lived by myself and I could not give it to anybody else that I know, that I'm related to, or I love, related to, in 2020, I would have, I'd have been the same way. So you got 2020, 2021, and now finally 2022, we're allowed for the time being, for the time being, to be human again. I mean, I'm not kidding you, man. I'm not kidding you. I'm totally serious. When this shit began, and in mid 2020, I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would ever see a packed out stadium again. Music, sport event, I never thought I'd see it ever again. But now we have. So I was wrong. And I want to continue to be wrong. We we have to live with this. Just says, turn the fake news off and live your. Oh no, I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. Sorry, man. Josh says it's good to, yeah, to be optimistic. Um, yeah, of course, definitely. Um, in 2020, wow, when was it? March, April, May, something along those lines. I was thinking we're never gonna have a vaccination. We're never gonna have anything anymore. So in my head, I was thinking back in 2020, this is the end of civilization as we know it. This is it. It's over. It's all over. But we have found a vaccination. Now, what they need to do is tell people when they, like a flu jab, when they need another one. When that vaccination came out, I was very dubious. I was like, "Oh, come on, no, that's not gonna work." But the thing is, I've had 2 jabs and my booster, and I want more. And it's so fantastic to me to be able to go to the cinema, to any shop, store I want to go in, and not have to wear a stupid mask. So, yeah, I'm hoping it stays this way. And I'm hoping that we can have more jabs if that's what they think we need. I'm not asking you, man. I'm not asking if you're anti-vaxxer. Something tells me you're not an anti-vaxxer, but you may be. Who knows? I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. But I have both of my jabs and the booster, and I would love it. Absolutely love it if they told me, or sent me a letter saying, "Hey, Richard, come along, get your next jab." I would love that. Just says, but at the same time, you gotta be realistic. I still don't think it would ever be quite the same as it was in our lifetimes, but not quite as apocalyptic as you might have thought a couple of years ago. I think at the moment we're back to normal. At the moment, we're back to normal. What's going to happen in the next 6 months? I don't know. But at the moment, Josh, I think we're back to normal. Josh, I haven't had a jab. Well, that's up to you, man. That's your choice. That's your choice. Never gonna judge anyone. Never. Never gonna judge anyone if they had a jab, if they haven't had a jab. It's not my place to do that. No way. I'm not gonna judge. Josh follows up with, I'm not against it. I just don't agree with making it mandatory. It's not. I don't think it's mandatory. I mean, maybe I don't know. It's not mandatory. I was trying to think. Maybe you work in a certain place. I'm not sure. Maybe then it could be mandatory. But no, you're right. You're absolutely correct. It's not mandatory. But I have had my 2 jabs. I have had my booster, and I will have any jab, any anti C19. I'll take anything and everything. Josh says that's a breach of human rights. Yeah, it is. It is, definitely. It should be a choice. But I'm not saying, Josh says, I'm not saying I won't ever have it. I'll see how I go. Josh follows up with, it's not mandatory at the moment yet. No, I mean, it's not mandatory yet. And let's face it, if they were to make it mandatory, what the hell could they do? Are they going to throw you in jail? Stick you in prison for 5 years? Nah. The only reason I had my 2 jabs and the booster is I don't live alone. And I want to protect everyone I can protect. Plus, I want to go back to work. I want to work. What you said, Josh, man, I totally agree. That's a breach of human rights. And it is. It is. Totally agree with that. Whoa. Wow. That's nice. We've been going 2 hours and 54 minutes. Josh says if people want the jab, that's great. But people shouldn't lose their jobs for not having it. Unless they work in care or something. Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent, Josh, I agree. They should not lose their jobs unless they are working in the care industry. If they're working in the care industry or like NHS worker and they're not having the jab, that's different. If you're working in, I don't know, a local supermarket, then that's different. So yeah, I agree. I agree. It should not be mandatory unless you are a doctor or a nurse. Anyone who works in that field with the NHS or private doctors, and they refused to have the jab in the private sector, it should be looked at differently. Anyway, Josh, let's get off COVID. Let's get off COVID, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Aren't you? Yeah, they are. Josh says overall things are looking up. They are. Josh, any movies? My apologies. Any movies you're looking forward to this year? Um, Elvis, the Elvis movie in June. That's the only one I can really think of. Halloween ends. All depends on the trailer. Halloween ends. All depends on the trailer. I'm gonna buy Halloween ends to complete the Blumhouse collection, but I'm not gonna go and see Halloween ends if it's just a reminder of what we've been through when it comes to the pandemic and what could happen in between now and October. So yeah, I'm looking forward to yeah, definitely the new Elvis movie that's due out in June. Josh says sorry for rambling about COVID. Sorry for rambling about COVID. No, don't worry, man. I no problem whatsoever. I do it myself. I could be talking about I could be talking about Old Spice, and somehow we get round to COVID. So do not worry about it, pal. Do not worry about it, man. It's all good. I mentioned it in the new Halloween movie. So. Josh says, where would you like to see the franchise go afterwards? Halloween, I mean. The last thing I want is a Dr. Loomis story. I don't want to see a remake of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch on the big screen or Netflix or anywhere. I could be I could be in the minority here and just give it maybe 10 years, not 5 years. Give it a while. Give it 10 years and then just tell the story again. Because in my humble opinion, I think Blumhouse have completely and utterly fucked this up. They've lied to us from day one. David Gordon Green. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring Halloween back to the roots. We're gonna bring it back to 1978. We're gonna bring it back to what you remember. Oh yeah, you're full of shit, David Gordon Green. You're full of shit, Danny McBride. They haven't done that. They haven't done that. It's going to take a very brave studio, a very brave director, and a very brave writer to, to, to do that. Because if they were to remake Halloween 78 now, it would flop. It would flop. I understand why Blumhouse have gone the way they have, but they lied. They lied to us right in the beginning. 2018, Halloween 2018. We're going back to the roots. We're going back to Michael Myers. Halloween 2 doesn't exist. Halloween 4, 5, 6, none of them exist. Halloween 78. This is the continuation of Halloween 78. Really? It really fucks me over. It fucks me off. It fucks me off. Because we were lied to. Jeff says, Jeff says, I'm not that fussy in terms of what they do with the story. I'm not a Halloween purist in the same way I am something like Batman. But I would like to see a return to that old school style of filmmaking. Same here. Same here. But I know, I'm not, I know. I'm not dumb. They have to. You can't basically remake. I mean, Rob Zombie in 2007 certainly did not remake Halloween. He reimagined Halloween. And Rob Zombie's 2007 movie I quite like. But when you got a couple of guys that come out and David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, we're bringing Halloween back to its roots. Blatant lie. An absolute lie. Halloween 2018 is only good, in my opinion. Halloween 2018 now is only good because Halloween Kills was absolutely fucking atrocious. So I look back at Halloween 2018, I'm like, yeah, that's good. Not brilliant, not a great Halloween movie, but a good slasher movie. Then Halloween Kills is upon us. I'm like, wow, this movie is so bad. Halloween 2018 must have been a masterpiece, I did. Josh says there's something about the way Halloween 78 was shot, just so beautiful. It was. I mean, the budget was very, very low, but that helped it. Josh says, but I know it would never sell, but like now, no, it wouldn't. I miss the suspense of the old ones. I mean, Halloween 2018, there's no suspense in that movie. None. The last suspense we had in a Michael Myers Halloween movie was Halloween 4. That's it. Love Halloween, Halloween 2, 1981. Fuck Halloween 3. And then Halloween 4, 1988. Yeah. Sometimes I think Halloween 4 is my favorite Halloween movie of all time. Then I come to my senses and realize, nah, it's the original from 78. But Halloween 2, 1981, is not my second favorite in the franchise. No, no way. No way. For me, it goes Halloween, 1978, Halloween 4, 1988, and then back to Halloween 2, 1981. Just says the acting in Kills was shockingly bad. It was, yeah. It was terrible. I laughed out loud several times. Yeah, I mean, I was sitting there watching it with my nephew. When the film was over, I leaned over and said, "I don't know what you think. I think that was a fucking mess." Some of the, I mean, what did they do? I mean, the legend characters. I mean, what was the point? You got Bracket. Everyone's a dad, the one gets scared. I'm like, why would he say that? Why would Bracket, after all these years, say that? 40 years. Everyone's a dad, the one gets scared. Oh, what a load of shit, man. Talk about fan service at its worst. Yeah. Yeah, the editing and kills was embarrassingly bad. The the kills were okay. Halloween kills. The kills were pretty cool. Pretty cool. But the pacing, the editing, the quirks, little quirks that you may or may have not noticed, unnecessary. Josh says, "Don't get me." Josh says, "Don't get me started on fan service." Yeah, Halloween Kills had a lot. Josh follows up. Well, did you hear about the latest Spider-Man movie? Just talking old fan service. Yeah, I've heard about it. Was it? I think McGuire and Holland. I think they were both in it. I ain't seen it. I don't care about it. Spider-Man to me is Tobey Maguire 1, 2, and 3. Josh says, yeah. Tobey Maguire and all his villains come back to be in the same movie with the latest Spider-Man actor. Couldn't care less, to be honest. I don't care. I like Spider-Man with Maguire. I like Spider-Man 2 and 3, and that's where it begins and ends with me. Josh says, I love those old. They weren't old when they came out, man. I love those old McGuire films, but this was terrible. Well, it's this DC universe and DC and it's on this somewhere. Marvel, that's it. DC and Marvel, and whoever else. I don't care. When I was a kid growing up watching Superman, yeah, I didn't care. I didn't know DC, Marvel. I didn't care. No one knew. Well, obviously people did know. I didn't. First time I saw Superman with Christopher Reeve I'd have been about, I don't know, maybe 4, 5 years old. And Chris Reeve will always be my Superman, always. Josh says the dialogue, the plot, everything. It made me angry. It was so bad. It was so bad. So you're not a big fan of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and the dialogue. I understand that. I understand that. Josh says the whole movie was built around fan service. Oh look, there's a guy from the other films, and he's here in this one. Oh, you mean the latest one? Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to bring these guys back. It's like, oh, they're the old Spider-Man. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's fan service to the extent where a lot of fans, even though it's fan service, a lot of fans may have been like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I don't care, man. I really don't. I I can't I can't say these movies are shit because I haven't seen most of them. It's like the Avengers and Endgame and uh, Iron Man. I think Robert Downey Jr. is a great, funny actor and a good actor. I haven't even seen any Iron Man films, man. I haven't seen any of the Iron Man movies. I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. So my opinion on these movies, this Marvel DC universe, my opinion doesn't really mean much because I just don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Jeff says, no, I love the Toby Maguire ones. Yeah, I love 1, 2, and 3. Josh follows up, couple of comments. Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you. Josh says, just don't want to see 50-year-old Spidey prancing around in spandex. No, me neither, man. Me neither. Oh, I don't want to see that. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Josh says, but Spider-Man 2, 2004 is the greatest superhero movie of all time. I respectfully disagree with you on that one, Josh. I think the greatest superhero movie of all time is the original Superman with Christopher Reeve. And then a close second, 1989 Batman, Michael Keaton. Josh says Iron Man is pretty boring, to be honest. Yeah, I don't mind seeing it because it's Robert Downey Jr. Very funny guy. Yeah, Spider-Man 2, the greatest super. Yeah, I saw Spider-Man 2 at the cinema. I liked it. I wasn't massive on it. Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man with Toby, I loved it. That one, no. Spider-Man 3, no. That's just my opinion, you know. I can't have too many opinions, like I say, on superhero DC Marvel movies because I don't know enough. I know what I like and I know what I don't like. Most of which I haven't even seen. So when it comes to that universe, I'm most of the time I'm like I'm out. All right, guys, 3 hours and 18 minutes. Oh, last comment from Josh, and then I'm out of here. This is 3 hours and 18 minutes. Great stream. Josh, you're a fucking legend, man. And you guys watching after the fact, thank you very much. Josh says Spider-Man 1 was good. I think the second one holds up a lot better. I disagree with that one. I prefer the first one. I like to pretend Spider-Man 3 didn't happen. Yeah, opinion really on Spider-Man 3. I didn't mind it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Yeah. Yeah. Take care, Richard. Good talk. Great talk. Thanks to you being here and you guys watching after the fact. I think Darren from the Salt Lamb movie podcast was here at some point. Thank you very much, Darren, if that was you. Yeah, that's going to be it for now. And hopefully I'll be back soon. I don't know when, but hopefully soon. Cheers, guys. Movie Chat More Part 2. My name's Richard. Take care. I'll see you all again soon as I can. Bye, guys. Cheers.